Hello, I'm Archibald Chesterfield III, and today I'm doing paid reviews because I don't do shit for free. I don't do freebies, fuckers. Don't do freebies. And this is for Josh. No rush in this one, as I know you in Japan. I sent some money via PayPal, 50 Aussie, thank you. No rush at all. Listen, fucker, it's not hard to praise brands like Rolex and Omega constantly. I don't know my ass from my a-hole in the wall about watches, but I could go on YouTube and praise Rolex saying the same things you are. Granted, no one would listen to this wanker fucker. I donated 50 Aussie so you can earn your review this time instead of filming yourself calling Raymond Wheeler shitter, which it is. So here it is. I want to know. Swiss-made watches have dominated the watch industry forever, but there are 1+ billion screaming Chinese on this planet. Surely some luxury Chinese brands can compete with Rolex, Omega, JLC, Patek, etc. by now. With your proclamation of the Asian luxury market's collapse, there must be some $10,000 watches running 50% or more off. I want to get in on these steals before these fuckers realize the value of inexpensive but incredible craftsmanship. P.S. You need to pay some respect to Andy Hunter's Adricos channel. He gives you props all the time. Josh. Thank you, Josh. And yes, I agree. Andy Hunter is a cool guy. He is a dear friend of mine and I love him to death. And I gotta tell you, it's very interesting. Chinese workmanship. And I want to tell you a rumor that's been circulating in the industry for a long, long time. It's about time. Let's go and share some rumors. And one of the rumors is that many of the luxury Swiss brands actually make a lot of parts for their watches in China. See, what is a Swiss watch? What is a Chinese watch? What is German? It needs a certain level of content. It needs to be manufactured. It needs to be assembled in Switzerland. But what is the real reality? Now, the reality is labor rates in Switzerland are fucking high. They're high in the Western world. Australia, they're expensive. In America, minimum wage is a lot lower, but, it's still high. You got labor rates in the UK. They're quite high. In France, you got the fucking nasty unions. So what actually happens with a lot of these makers is that you've asked me about quality Chinese watches. What you'd probably find is that a lot of these so-called high-end Swiss brands, they are making parts in China. That's right, Josh. They're a bunch of cunts, and they are making parts in China. You think about it, a big manufacturer, and I'm not going to name them or else you'd be open to a lawsuit, but let's be completely frank there. It is known that many bracelets are made in China. Omega does, I believe. They do make some bracelets in China. What's to say they don't make a few cogs for the movement there as well? What's to say they don't make a lot of parts? And what's to say a lot of brands do the same thing? See, what happens is, what is a brand? What is a watch? So they've designed a movement. So you get parts built. You'd farm it out to different contractors. I need this sprocket. I need this cog. Hand finish it. I want it done at this level. I want it this. This is the price. What's to say a lot of the current high-end Swiss watches should really be called Chinese? What's to say it's not the case, fuckers? What is to say it's not the case? And I gotta tell you the honest truth, it wouldn't fucking surprise me. For example, Patek Philippe, the beautiful wooden boxes, they're made in Thailand. There's actually a sticker underneath that says made in, this is the box, not the watch, the box. Very, very high quality box. Nothing wrong with that at all. What's to say a lot of these things aren't made in China? Why does the wrapping have to be made in Switzerland? Why does anything have to be fucking made? What you should do is, if you were a business manager, a BDM, business development manager, wouldn't you farm a lot of the expensive high labor type parts to cheap producing countries, ship them to Switzerland, get the guy on the big salary to put the fucker together and do the final testing, and call it Swiss? Isn't that what you'd sort of do? Doesn't that how the world works? This globalized world, that's the way it goes now. And I mean, it's already happened with the car industry. Mercedes-Benz, you buy yourself a C-Class in Australia, it's possibly South African. The 3 Series BMW is South African. Well, it's no longer a German sort of thing. It's a international world thing. So when you buy a certain brand of watch, what's to say it's not already made in fucking China? What's to say the Chinese input isn't 60 to 70 fucking percent? What's to say that isn't the case? What is to say that isn't already happening? And let's be completely frank there. China makes washing machines, they make appliances. Countries don't make this shit anymore. It's all done in China. Cheap labor rates, except textiles. Textiles is actually done in Bangladesh. Those fuckers will work for less than the Chinese. So intricate high-end sort of work. What's to say a lot of these parts aren't made in China and then sent to Switzerland? What is to say that isn't the case? What's to say that's not the case, fuckers? And I gotta fucking tell you the truth. I think a lot of these high-end brands, you would be shocked if you knew the reality. Fuckers, the reality. The reality. Yeah, I think the Swiss aren't as how would you put it? Aren't as elegant as you'd really think. They're nasty fuckers. Look what happened to the Jews after World War II with the money in the secret Swiss banks. It's the same people we're talking about. It's the morality of money. Money has no morality. So, you know, when you ask me what are good Chinese brands, I think you should look at some of the Swiss brands, because I hesitate to say the Chinese content in these pieces would fucking shock you. I'm Archibald Chesterfield III, dropping a bombshell. Tell me what you fuckers think of that. Cut! Jesus, Archie, that's a fucking allegation.